This is Addie. She is 20 years old and goes to a college in the Midwest. A lot of people didn't think she would go to college. They thought she was dumb. But she was never dumb. She just didn't like them. Following her move, Addie has realised the Midwest is really quite ugly. A couple weeks ago, the sky turned grey and it hasn't gone back since. It's been really depressing. Since she came here, her life has been a non-stop cycle. Work, school, sleep, work, school, sleep, school, work, sleep, sleep, school, work. And sometimes she throws in the occasional meal. It's honestly getting rather tiring. And on top of that, she has had no time to make friends. She doesn't really understand how, but by the time she got to college, it seemed like everyone had already made their friends, which doesn't make sense to her since they all got here on the same day. So now it looks like Addie will be going through the rest of the 4 years alone. Oh well, having no friends doesn't bother her too much. To her, it's like knowing that you are just filling up the sad backstory section of your autobiography. And besides, she has you. Recently, Addie has been on the hunt to find a copy of the 3rd edition of The Reign of Fire and Wind, a 2014 fantasy book series. A couple years ago it was all the rage on Tumblr, but now it seems like you have to be a wizard yourself to find it. Addie has checked all of her usual sources several times now, but she still seems to be digging in an empty grave. This is her process.
First, I check my online libraries for both my hometown and here. These ones have a good chance of having them, but sometimes you need to put in a reservation that takes forever to receive. Second, I then swap over to my subscription services. These usually don't have books that were written by people who have writing skills beyond 10th grade. So, it is almost more scary when you do find your book on there. Third, at this point, I go to the bookstore apps where you have to pay per book. Normally, the books turn up here, but are outrageously expensive. Fourth, from there, I go check the Internet Archives. The only books I can seem to find there are ones published before 1985. So, it's almost a no-go on modern literature. And finally, fifth, when I lose all hope, I turn to illegal websites. I would like to say that I feel bad about using these sites, but at my core, I really don't care. If the author has made it hard to access their book, that I can't even find a place to pay for it, it's their own damn fault. The only real downside to these sites is the images you see going through them.
Against all odds, Reign of Fire and Wind was nowhere to be seen. So now Addie has to do the unthinkable and actually go into a real library. She would like me to clarify that it's not that she hates the library, it's just inconvenient. Most of the time when she goes, it turns into a real goose chase to find the book, and she has refused to ever really learn how they organise the shelves. It seems silly that is knowledge that she would discard, but to each their own. But look, there it is. Even though she has only been looking for this book for about 6 hours, it is the most satisfying thing in the world to actually find the elusive thing. It's kind of like solving your own personal murder mystery. Except without the actual murder, you know. Now that Addie has the book, she will definitely...
Is that the 3rd edition of The Reign of Fire and Wind? Oh wow, I didn't know that they stocked that here. I've been looking for this book for like weeks now and I haven't been able to find it anywhere.
Huh?
One of my favorite books to look
It seems that making friends isn't that hard.